guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a super dramatic and smoky eye tutorial. I am seriously obsessed with how this turned out. I just think it is such a pretty look. I wanted to do something kind of fall and kind of dramatic and smoky, and this is what I came up with. So I hope you guys like it, and let's go ahead and get right into the tutorial. Starting off with foundation, I am just applying the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation, and this is in the shade 10 Porcelain, and I am just applying that with my damp beauty blender. I actually did a first impressions of this foundation, so I will have that linked somewhere on the screen so you guys can go and check that out because I have been loving this foundation. Then to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow, I'm just taking the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I know I use this in every tutorial that I do, but it is seriously my favorite eyeshadow primer of all time. Just keeps my eyeshadows on all day and don't crease. Then we're using the Lorac Pro Palette today, and I'm starting off with the shade Taupe. I'm running this through my crease with my Sigma E25. I'm doing my usual trick, which is to run it just a little bit above the crease because, like I told you guys before, I don't really have much of a crease, so I need to add a little bit something to give me a crease, you know. And then the star of the eyeshadow show today is going to be Deep Purple from the Lorac Pro Palette. I'm just applying that with my Sigma E55. Now, in my opinion, Deep Purple is not that much of a purple color. It's more of a purpley brown color, but anyway, I know this is harsh now, but we are going to blend. And by blend, I mean we're just going to blend until we cannot blend anymore, until our fingers just will not allow us to blend eyeshadows out anymore. Because to achieve the dramatic, smoky, sexy look that I really was going for with this tutorial, I just kept blending and blending. So I used my Sigma E25 to blend this shadow out. And when I blend, I'm also pulling this shadow into the crease just a little bit. Now, I know by the time I get done blending, this look is going to look a little bit flat. It's going to start off just looking a little bit flat with no crease definition, but don't worry. We're going to go back in with the crease color. We're going to give this look some depth. We're going to make it super pretty. Just y'all have to trust me on this look. I know right now it's looking a little bit crazy, but just trust me because we're going to go in with a crease color right about now. We're taking the eyeshadow Sable from the palette. I don't know why I keep repeating the Lorac Pro palette because y'all know what it is. But anyways, I'm taking the eyeshadow Sable, and I am taking that on that same E25 brush, and I am just running this through the crease. This is going to really give our crease some depth and just really kind of combine the purple and the crease color together. I'm taking the E40 Taper Blending Brush from Sigma, and I'm really just focusing on blending the outer edges because, like I said, I want it to be very smoky. I don't want to have any harsh lines. Now we're going to start working on adding some depth and definition to that outer corner. So I'm taking the eyeshadow Espresso on my e.l.f. contour brush, and I am just applying this to the very outer corner of the eyelid. I'm also kind of running it into the crease just a little bit, and as I blend it, I am pulling it up into the crease. I'm just using that same E25 brush. This is going to give us a little bit of depth to the outer corner because we don't want our eyelids to look flat. We want them to look like they have shape still, you know? Does that make sense? Then I decided to go in with a black eyeshadow, and I'm just going in with a very, very teeny bit of this on my Sigma E35 pencil brush. And I'm just applying this to the outer V, and I'm applying it in a V shape. And then I'm taking the side of that tapered blending brush, and I'm just blending it out. Now when I blend it out, I'm mainly focusing on blending it towards the lid. I'm not really focusing on blending it out. Does that make sense? Like I'm blending it towards the lid color, not blending it away from the lid color. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so now for the lower lash line. I knew I wanted to add some kind of color to the lower lash line, but I wasn't sure how dramatic I wanted to go. I was afraid to go too dramatic because I didn't want to close my eyes in anymore because I do have very small eyes. So I did go in with a little bit of Pewter with the E35 pencil brush, and then I did take a little bit of that deep purple color and add it to the outer corner of the lower lash line. Now I did go back in actually and take some of that deep purple and run it across the entire lower lash line. I don't have a clip of that because I did it after I filmed the video, but if you watch the clips in the beginning, then you would see that I do have it across the entire lower lash line. Then for the brow highlight, I took the cream eyeshadow on my Sigma E60 large shader brush. Then for eyeliner, look at how smoky that look is. I'm obsessed with this look. I took the black cream eyeliner from e.l.f. and I used the e.l.f. angled brush. I'm not really sure what the name of this brush is, but it's very, very similar to the Sonia Kashuk bent angled brush. Then to fill in my brows, I took the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder in dark brown, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about my eyebrows because I do have an eyebrow routine video that I will link you guys to go check out if you want to see how I fill in my brows. For mascara, I took the Maybelline Mega Plush mascara, and okay, if you have falsies and you're recreating this look, use your false eyelashes. I wish that I would have had some false lashes for this look because wow, that would have looked amazing, but I didn't have any, so I just added lots and lots of mascara to really pump up my eyelashes, but falsies would just, amazing. So then for concealer, I just used the Maybelline Instant Age Run Concealer and Brightener Illuminator, and I just blended that out with my beauty blender. I applied this under the eyes, around the nostrils, my chin, and my forehead, and this just really adds a little bit of brightness to the look. I also used the concealer to clean up the outer edges of the eyeshadow, not a lot, but just to make sure that everything was very precise and still smoky, not too perfect, but just in case I got a little too crazy with the blending. Then I took the Rimmel Statement Pressed Powder and my e.l.f. powder brush. Then to set the under eye concealer, I went to the Anastasia Light Contour Kit and I took the banana shade and the lightest shade. Every time I say banana, I think of the Minions movie because I'm obsessed with the Minions. And then to contour, I took the middle contour shade out of the palette. I used the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to contour. It's not exactly my favorite brush for contouring, but it's the closest brush I have right now that I can use to contour my cheekbones. I did contour the cheekbones, my jawline, and my forehead. After I contoured, I went in with some bronzer because, like I was saying, the foundation is just a little bit too light for me right now. So I went in with the NARS Laguna bronzer and I applied it to where I contoured my cheekbones. I want to say jawline, but no, it's my cheekbones. And I also applied some to my forehead just to really give me some warmth and just kind of match the warmness of my skin. Then for blush, I took NYX's Terra and I just used an e.l.f. blush brush. This is like my go-to blush right now because it is just so pretty. It's so natural, but it just adds a little something to your cheeks without being too much. Then for highlight, I took the highlight shade out of the contour kit and I used my Real Techniques setting brush to apply that to the tops of my cheekbones, chin, cupid's bow, nose, forehead, and brow bone. I kind of go a little crazy with the highlight, but I just really like using highlight. I think it's so fun. It's just so pretty. This isn't exactly my favorite highlight, but it does work. But I do want to look into a highlighter from like ColourPop or Champagne Pop from Becca or something like that. Then for lips, I took the Maybelline Nudes lipstick, and I think this is in Blushing Beige, and I just applied that, and then I did go back in the lip liner afterwards, and I used the NYX Nude Lip Liner. This just kind of adds a little definition to the lips, and then I actually went in with the gloss. And this one is from NYX. I'll have it listed in the description bar below, and this just adds a little something to the middle of my lips. And that is it for this tutorial. I hope you all liked it, and if you did like it, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure that you do. Hope you all are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!